Welcome back to the Fourth and Inches podcast. All right, so Bobby Wagner signs with the LA Rams, 5 years, $50 million.
Yeah.
That's base value. Base value 50 million. I think it's like 65 potential money. 65 million in potential.
Mm-hmm.
I
think
mean,
it's a great addition to the Rams defense. Now they got
It
superstars
definitely
at all
is.
three levels. Aaron
And
Donald.
and it's not really
line.
for like a high price like what wide receivers and cornerbacks are getting paid
10
right
million
now.
a year isn't cheap, but yeah, it's not too much.
Not
compared
like
to other
it's
contracts.
not wide receiver cornerback money, you know.
In my opinion, he's gonna last 2 years and then they'll cut him, or he'll retire.
Yeah, I doubt he's gonna play out all 5 years of the contract.
I think he's only joining them for the chance to go to another
Yeah.
Super Bowl. The
He's
second he
ring
wins another-
chasing.
the second he wins a Super Bowl, I think he's gonna retire.
To be
That makes sense.
honest, I don't really like the contract that much. I think Bobby Wagner is very washed. I was watching some tape on him the other day, and man, he's just slow, man. Like, he does not move like he used to.
I mean,
he's 30. I don't see why they put him on any more than a 1, maybe 2-year deal. I was thinking he's gonna go for a 1-year prove it deal.
I think he had a very competitive market. That's probably why.
I mean, yeah, I see that Bob Wagner's getting slow, but I mean, this season for Seattle, he wasn't all bad. I think he had over 170 tackles. He's still a veteran, smart guy who can get, even if he can't make the play, he can get his teammates into position to make those plays.
Yeah, he's good. I mean,
Mhm.
he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't fall off completely. Like, yeah, he wasn't as good as he was in previous years, but he was still good. And
I mean,
I think a
yeah,
similar
he only got
comparison
one
could be
sack
like
this year.
how the Rams added Eric Weddle, I think. Because, like, Von Wagner's a much better player than Weddle, but he's a smart guy in the same, like, way. You
Mhm.
can get him, you can help him out a lot.
Yeah, but he
Eric
only
Weddle's a
got
Hall
one
of Famer.
sack and one interception.
Eric Weddle is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
that's
either.
debatable. But yeah, I mean, he's a good
I don't
player.
think that's debatable. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think Eric Weddle is good. He definitely, especially now that he got his ring, I think he will make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
But
I don't
anyways,
think Bobby Wagner's a terrible contract. I just don't know why they gave him any more than a 1 year. I think he
Yeah, I
should have gone
agree.
for 1 year,
Such a
11
long deal.
million at most.
So now
Yeah,
they have a star at D-line on their D-line in their linebacker core and their secondary.
I don't think he's gonna be like amazing.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that he. How do I say this? I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he had a really good year last year, but I agree with Julian. I just don't really see him. I just don't see him being all that crazy on the Rams, to be honest. I see, like what
Mhm.
Tajasi said, 2 years that he's cut or traded.
He'll win
Yeah,
the ring.
yeah.
I think they'll win again. I mean, their
Yeah, I
roster
could
is
see that.
exceptional. But yeah, I mean,
It could make sense.
it's
Yeah.
a solid move.
My one worry for the Rams right now is actually that offense. Because yes, they have Cooper Kupp, but what's the likelihood that he repeats the season he just had?
I mean, even if Cooper Kupp doesn't repeat, I think he's always been throughout his career a solid performer, almost 1,000 yards. And they also got Allen Robinson now, so I think he's gonna help.
But we
take
saw
the
last
weight
year
off.
Allen Robinson with the Bears. He wasn't
he
good.
didn't get many opportunities. He didn't have nearly as many targets as he had. He had like what back-to-back 1,000-yard season with the Bears and Andy Dalton, Nick Foles, whoever was there before Justin Fields came in.
This is
He
the
just
first
didn't get
time
that
he
many
will have a
targets.
legitimate quarterback.
He's played with bad
Mhm.
QBs his whole career. Now he actually has an elite talent at QB.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that they're going to repeat because a big reason why they won, probably the biggest reason why they won, is because of Cooper Kupp, and I don't really see him putting up the same numbers that he did last year. I see him getting a max of like 1,300 yards this year. maybe 1,400.
Sure.
How many yards did he get like last year?
I think
1,800.
1900s, 1900
Jeez.
something.
Christ. Okay, yeah, definitely.
But I feel like a big part of that is because, I mean, he was never really like the year before this past season. I mean, you could ask some people and they probably wouldn't even know who Cooper Kupp was. I mean, obviously that's a casual if they didn't know who Cooper Kupp
Yeah.
was. But a lot of people you could ask and they probably would not know who that was.
I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. He's been one of those like under the
Really
radar type
quiet,
of guys.
yeah,
He's
under the
always
radar.
been consistent though.
Definitely.
Even Robert Woods both. They
This
both
past
were-
season, was Robert Woods ahead of him in the depth chart to start this past season?
I am not sure. I think usually though Robert Woods, yeah, he has been the number one guy for them. Cooper Kupp has been a second.
I think it was Woods, Cup, and then Djax.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he was going against the cornerback too for a decent amount of the first part of the season. And then not till Robert Woods got injured, where I guess he would have been getting covered by the number one corners.
Yeah, Stafford also took a liking to him. They had a really good connection early, which helped.
I don't know. This is definitely going to be a really interesting season, especially if we see how the draft goes. I think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for this season to come.